all about this. I have to tell you, I really needed to look at the word study for myself and kind of see what it was reminding me of, because I knew I had a lot of negative connotations around that word study. Why? Because I've had several failures when it comes to studying, taking different courses, over the course of my life, not doing well, doing great in some, not so great in others, failing. So, but how does study, what does that have to do with you falling in love with yourself? Well, how do you feel when you go into action to learn how to do something that you really like and you're no longer dependent on others to help you because you've had the ability basically to study, figure things out, make it work for yourself, and you're winning at it? You feel pretty great. There's a sense of pride that you feel within yourself. Why? Well, because it's a huge accomplishment when you have the ability to sit down, learn something. It's a major part of your happiness, okay? And so and this is key, do you know what the most important subject to study is? The most important subject to study, the number one subject, is yourself. Because when you know yourself, and it's part of self-discovery, and understand yourself, that increases your happiness, your love, your ability to connect. So without your ability to study, it creates you into being pretty dependent. And let me give you a example. So recently, and if you've ever joined any of my videos and heard me talk about, I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to fixing things. I can get very charged. Sometimes I break things because I just not that hands-on, technically inclined, if you will. But recently I've decided to change my mindset around that. And recently, this is a small thing, and I just want to share it with you. So recently, I had some lights that are mounted underneath my cabinets, okay? And they have a little bitty covering on them, and you have to take it off. And then inside of that is a different kind of light bulb. It's not, it's tiny, tiny, tiny. It has two prongs on it. And so, and it's hard to see. You have to get in a very awkward position, yada, yada, yada. So I decided that, well, I needed to change out those light bulbs, and I didn't want to ask the person who owns the apartment. I didn't want to ask him to do that for me because it's a very simple thing, but still I was afraid that I would break it trying to take that stuff apart, get the cap off of it, and then the light bulb. But anyway, he was over one day and he said, if you order these little bitty light bulbs, he said, I will help you change all these, because they had gone out. And so what I did was I said, oh, okay. So I got them ordered, and when they came in, I just decided that I was going to do this myself, that I was smart enough, capable enough to take all those caps off, get them back on without breaking them, because I had tried once before and it just didn't fit properly. I couldn't sort out what was I doing wrong. Had I messed it up? Have I broken it? But anyway, long story short, I took all those bulbs out. I replaced them in the right way, so all the lights came on, and managed to get all the caps to fit back into the little socket, so that, and nothing broke. So that just, what that gave me, and it's a simple action, okay? But what that gave me was just a huge amount of self-love for myself, because I'm very, very capable of taking something apart without breaking it. But I have broken stuff in the past just from not being patient, or for not having the mindset that, hey, I'm smart enough to do this. So did that increase the love for myself? Oh, yeah. The amount of things that I have done and tackled just in the last 2 months from changing that mindset I've just totally surprised myself from stuff in the technology area around computers. I don't know what people are afraid of if they try something on the computer. I'm usually afraid it will blow up. I mean, it's so ridiculous when you think about it. But literally, a lot of fear around messing up the computer forever, having to take it in, and it'd be a lot of money just from pressing the wrong key. Well, that generally does not happen. So, if you teach someone how to do something, how great do you feel? How great do they feel? Because now they're no longer dependent upon you. So, do you truly love yourself? What I would ask you to do is write down some things and some actions that you have taken over the course of your life where you actually taught yourself how to do certain things, and take a look at how much that increased your ability to love yourself. And that ability to study is so key in increasing your self-worth and increasing the love that you have for yourself. So, love in action is what it's about. And have a good week, and post in the chat basically the actions you've taught or what you learned from this video. I would love to hear the actions that you've accomplished for yourself and how